ain't enough water in the world. Even the blood of Jesus is not enough to make that shit work for somebody. Are y'all crazy? Some of y'all are actually insane and need to be evaluated, okay? Hey y'all, it's SheRea, what's up? Back with another video. As you can see, baby, today we'll be talking about my unpopular opinions. I mean, honestly, I'm not even sure how unpopular these opinions are, but I guess y'all will let me know down below whether y'all agree or disagree with me. If you are new here though and you've never seen my face, but you like my face, definitely be sure to subscribe so you can stick around. Give this video a thumbs up. It like goes such a long way to support my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss another video. If you haven't seen my video where I react to your unpopular opinions, definitely check out that video. That video was fun to create because y'all are some shady bitches, okay? So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Today I'll be talking about my unpopular opinions, and I just told myself that I told myself this year that I'm just going to be unapologetically myself. I think YouTube and social media makes us want to be people that we're not, and I'm not for everybody, and that's okay, right? I just have to embrace that I'm not for everybody, and I'm going to attract the tribe that loves and appreciates me, and that's just gonna be what it is. And the first thing, I'm trying to look at my list, and the first thing is that we need to give Mexico a break, y'all. We gotta give Mexico a break. If another bitch goes to Tulum, Mexico, I am going to gag. I need us to give Tulum a break. Tulum has had enough. Y'all, every influencer, beauty influencer, BBL girl, lifestyle girly has gone to Mexico, specifically Tulum. Like, I'm thinking specifically Tulum. 5 years ago, no one even knew really where Tulum was, and the fact that Tulum is the destination for all the girlies, and it's just not coming, this is not coming from a place of hate. I've traveled to almost 30 countries. I want to see at least 100 countries before I die. I have been to Mexico. I want to go to Tulum because I heard about Tulum before it popped off, but I feel like, damn, I can't even go to Tulum now because y'all won't let Tulum go. Like, I feel like if I go to Tulum, I feel kind of corny because I was like, bitch, you going to Tulum too? So even though I do want to go to Tulum, I just think that, I don't know, y'all, there's almost 200 countries in the world. There's almost 200 countries. And the fact that people are only going to Mexico, I don't know, for me it's like black people are rushing to Tulum, but we're not rushing to Cape Town in the same way, right? We're not rushing to Accra in the same way, unless it's a party in December, right? But like, the average person isn't rushing to our culture and our, just like our vibe, as much as we are to others. And that's not to say that there isn't a connection between black and brown people across the world. That's not what I'm saying. But like, yeah, Mexico needs those coins, but I also can't imagine the environmental implications on like Tulum. I know like by 5 years from now, Tulum will look completely different. Like, those beautiful beaches are going to be dirty and murky, because I remember when I went to Thailand a few years ago in 2018, we went to Maya Beach, and by 2019, 2020, the Thailand government had to close down Maya Beach because of tourism. Tourism had destroyed the beach. It was dirty and murky. Like, that beach looked nothing like it looked in pictures years before. So just the implications of the way tourism, especially American tourists, tend to dirty up a place. I can't imagine what Tulum is going to look like in a few years. And of course, right, these governments need the tourism industry, right? That's where they put their bread and butter. Tourism brings money. I'm from the Virgin Islands. We depend on tourism heavily, which I think is definitely a negative, right? We just can't depend on tourism for everything. Is tourism the future? I would argue that it's not, but that's where we've invested as a people where I'm from. So tourism has a lot of environmental implications and cultural implications as well. When we talk about just like when we talk about capitalism, when we talk about global racism, right? So the petty SheRea is like, stay the fuck out of Tulum, please. Give Tulum a break. Go somewhere else. But also, when I think critically about Tulum and what will become of Tulum in the next 5 years because of this sheer people just going there in droves, right? Just planes and planes of people every single day. What will that do for Tulum, right? What has that done for the people of Tulum, right? Maybe that's just me. Like, I don't want to see another Tulum, Mexico vlog. Girl, I don't care. You don't take yourself to someplace and, you know, we got Uganda, we got Tanzania. Like, bro, there's so many countries. And there's so many countries on the continent of Africa that really need these tourism coins too. And of course, a lot of it comes with the economics, right? It's cheaper to go to Mexico than it is to go to Ghana. Like, I know this. As someone that travels, discount flight deals, I get it. But I don't know, that's complicated. We can really delve into that. And maybe I'm elitist and y'all could be like, that's elitism. Y'all can say like, I need to shut up. That's also fine. But Mexico needs a break. Something is popular online doesn't make it good. And just because something is popular online and that everyone loves it, it doesn't mean that you're going to love it or that the person that doesn't love it is a hater. We have this group think on social media where everything has to sound the same and be the same. And if it doesn't, then that's the problem, right? And I find myself a lot of times not really like rolling with the trends or rolling with what's popular, because that's just not who I am. But I find that I get a lot of pushback because I'm not regurgitating what everyone's regurgitating, right? A lot of things will be hyped on social media, and not to say that these things aren't worth the hype or that they're not great, but everything isn't going to work for everybody. And just because that one product works for some people, and I saw this specifically with willonawhim. willonawhim did a video on Uncle Funky's daughter. He did an initial review. Didn't like it. Of course, the girls when they comment talking about add more water, do this, your hair is dehydrated, blah 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 blah, you know, yeah. He decides to do another video as it's within his right to do. As a creator, he tries it again and he has basically the similar reaction, and again the comments go blah 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 blah, right? And I felt like in this video that Will almost felt like afraid or scared to share his true thoughts unapologetically because he knew the girlies would eat his ass up in the comments. And I was talking about this in the Insider Tea, and it kind of frustrated me as a creator, and it also saddened me as a creator and a viewer that I could feel as though even though I think he was honest, I don't think he was as honest or as free speaking as he would be otherwise, because he knew the girls would turn every word, every action into a fight, right? And he even commented like, I'm not doing this again, save your comments, basically, because he knew the girl lamb was going to eat his little ass up, okay? But I'm laughing about it, but also it saddens me, and it frustrates me as a creator, because everything isn't gonna work for everybody. And I know Uncle Funky's daughter is having a time right now with, you know, black girl curls and everyone like going back to wash and goes and everyone, you know, ditching this and doing that or whatever. And I know Uncle Funky's daughter is just eating that shit up, right? Because they're just like, the girls are loving them. Uncle Funky's daughter is making more money than they ever have been. Kudos to them. But that doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody. And telling somebody to add more water or cleanse their hair more isn't going to make it work. There's millions of people in this world, millions of curly haired women, maybe even billions of curly haired women in this world. One ass product is not going to work for everybody. And the fact that we have gotten to a point in our society where if somebody doesn't like something, it has to be something wrong with them, it's crazy to me, because why would one ass product work for billions of people? And ain't enough water in the world. Even the blood of Jesus is not enough to make that shit work for somebody. Are y'all crazy? Some of y'all are actually insane and need to be evaluated, okay? Because ain't no way y'all riding this hard for brands y'all don't even own, with brands that don't even give you a dime, and at the end of the day actually don't give a damn about you. Y'all cannot be this pressed about it. That is insane. That is crazy to me. But yeah, I just that was scary. That was crazy to see how Will was like, well, and people are still in the comments like, you still didn't use enough water. You need to use more shampoo. You need to sell your unborn child. You need to jump on one leg and tap your hand and tap your nose. Like, bruh, it's okay. There are hundreds of gels on the market. If this one ass gel don't work for him or work for somebody, it's okay. There's a lot of other gel out there. I don't know. I just never want to be that person where I go that hard. It's just not that deep to me. I saw some people like will buy multiples of a product to make it work, and I guess I don't understand that either, because there's just so much gel. And that's why the whole like mielle thing was funny to me, because people were crying over that one oil when there's hundreds of oils. People are crying over one gel not working for them when there are hundreds of gels. I guess I'll just never get that. And I guess people, like they're people pleasers. I guess they're product pleasers, people that want every product to work for them, and they just have that je ne sais quoi where they can make everything work. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have the product Olympics. I'm just not doing it. Y'all about to rest me down right here. I'm going to work with what works. I did me a little rod set. It works. It's cute. I'm not going to stress myself with styles and products that do not work, because I'm figuring out what does. And who has the time? Who has the time? I don't got the time. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I've been feeling this way for a long time. And I've heard my other friends say this, my Caribbean friends, my American friends. Everything is not soft life, y'all. A lot of things are just basic hygiene. Like, what the F were y'all doing before? All of a sudden, wearing perfume is the big thing. Washing your ass is the big thing. Body wash, this, smell good. What were y'all doing before? Were people just not bathing before? Like, what is it? Everything is just like, smell good all day, soft life. Spraying perfume is soft life? Smelling like you washed yourself today is soft life? I think of soft life as Black women no longer having to be strong, no longer having to carry the burden of misogyny, racism, all these other isms and schisms against us. Like, to me, that is soft life. It's just releasing the burden and going to lay down, right? Not always having to be the workhorse, the breadwinner, just resting down all the burdens, right? All the prejudices on your body, just now not allowing them to define you anymore. For me, that is what soft life is. But on social media, soft life has come to mean you need to wash your skin. Like, body wash is not soft life, y'all. Taking a shower is not soft life. I guess, and maybe I'm missing it, right? Maybe I'm missing the messaging, but what I'm getting is like, you need to take a shower today. It's like, yes, absolutely. I don't know if it's like, maybe you need to take an extended shower is soft life. Like, soft life isn't just taking a shower, but maybe making the shower an experience, maybe? But a lot of people are really like, I don't know, a lot of people are really bringing it down to a very basic thing of taking a shower, spraying perfume. I grew up where the culture was to shower and wear perfume every day, right? That's not who I am anymore. That's not something I really align with. I know the fragrance girlies are the thing, right? Everyone has switched from like natural hair and hair care to like perfume. That's not my thing, and I'm not shading the evolution of women to being interested in perfume, but using perfume is not soft life, babe. It's basic hygiene. It's basic hygiene and feel good things. It's not revolutionary. And also, wearing perfume doesn't make you more feminine. This isn't something that I plan to talk about, but I'm also tired of, one, using perfume or using anything to attract a man. The goal of womanhood and femininity to attract a man really makes me itch. I really don't like where that conversation is going. And not to say that, you know, I have a man, as y'all know, but my end-all be-all goal in life was not to attract him, get him, and keep him. It is a privilege and an honor for him to keep me, for him to stand next to me, not for me to stand next to him. I am the divine woman. I am powerful. I am the start and the finish. I am the woman. So to diminish myself to attract a man is foolish to me. And I don't get it. The whole like feminine aura and to have feminine energy and to release yourself of the masculine energy, that's not me. And I do not align with that, because I don't think feminine women attract men. You're going to attract a man that aligns with you, and trying to become who you're not is going to attract a man that doesn't really love you for you, right? You're going to attract someone that loves this idea of you that is not true, that you can't maintain. I see that a lot of people, they try to change themselves for someone, and yeah, you get that person, but then you're freaking miserable. This whole soft feminine era, I don't know, we just have to approach it with caution, because again, trying to attract a man is corny to me. Also trying to be less masculine, more feminine is also corny to me, because I think femininity and masculinity are on a spectrum, right? And society has told us that it has to be one thing, like feminine looks like this and masculine looks like this, when really everything is on a spectrum. And one day I might be more masculine, another day I might be more feminine, but I'm still the very essence of who I am. This is just me, right? When we try to put ourselves, like label ourselves or try to stick to these hard, fast rules, there's no happiness in that. And not feeling it, not a fan. Not feeling it, not a fan. The last thing I'm going to talk about, I have some other things on my list, but I think this video has been long enough. Y'all know y'all only watch the first 3 minutes anyway. Recently, a plus size influencer came out and she kind of spoke against the plus size and body positivity community, essentially saying that body positivity and the plus size community made people think that being fat was okay, that made people think that they could dress up, be cute, and didn't have to think about themselves. She said that the plus size community made people put their health on the back burner, right? That the plus size community, body positive community hurt people, and it's cute to be fat in your 20s, but as you get older, blah, 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 it's gonna hurt you, blah, blah. Okay, fine. And I don't really know this influencer, but she considered herself to be a pioneer in the plus size space because she was the first to work with Fashion Nova. If y'all seen this, y'all have seen it. If y'all haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. Whatever, I'm not even saying her name because she does not need my publicity. People are roasting her ass enough. What I will say about body positivity and the plus size movement, the plus size community, as someone that's been fat my entire life, the plus size community never told me it's okay to be fat and you don't have to worry about anything else. That's not what I got from being in the plus size community, because I was gonna be fat regardless, right? Because genetically, I'm predisposed to being plus size. Everyone in my family on my dad's side is plus size, right? So the plus size community didn't make me fat, and the plus size community definitely didn't make me fatter. The plus size community tells fat people that you're fat, and that doesn't mean you don't deserve a good life, or you don't deserve to be loved, or you don't deserve to dress well. No one in the plus size community is saying be fat, stay fat, don't lose weight. And I think if people are saying that, they're really on the margins of the plus size fat positive space. I think for most people, right, the moderate people within this space is that you're fat but, right, or you're fat and more accurately, you're fat and you deserve love. You're fat and you deserve to eat well and dress well. And these are things that people, regardless of their size, should feel, that they are worthy of love, that they are worthy of being desired, that they are worthy of eating well and traveling, right? I think for a lot of fat people, because of society and how fat phobic society is, society tells us that we don't deserve any of these things, that if you're fat, you don't deserve anything, that your only goal should be not to be fat. And I just don't agree with that, because whether the body positivity or the plus size community existed, people were going to be fat. Your granny been fat. Your great granddaddy been fat. People have been fat before these communities were popularized in our society, right? People have been fat from the beginning of time. People have been fat, and these communities have not made people fat, and these communities have not allowed people to stay fat. And we see this because fat influencers that capitalize on fatness are now losing weight, because the money has dried up, the access has dried up, the resources have dried up, and now they're ditching the fat community, and now they're getting weight loss surgery and talking down against the community because they can no longer capitalize on it. And we see this in other communities as well. So if the body positivity community really was anti-health and anti-losing weight, then the very creators, the very people that benefited from this movement wouldn't get weight loss surgery, right? Fat phobia and sizeism is so pervasive that even people that were quote-unquote advocates for this community are still going to lose weight. And even though they say it's for their health, we know it's because of the pressures of society, right? We talk about that being fat promotes obesity, but we never tell a smaller person that being skinny promotes anorexia or bulimia, right? Because it can, and it does. Like, literally, society has pressured us to be a certain way. These disorders are linked to this perception of what society wants our bodies to look like, right? I'm the kind of person where I think people are allowed to lose weight if they want to lose weight, not lose weight if they don't want to lose weight. But we have to stop pretending that we care about people's health, because most of us don't actually care about health, because we don't care about the health of skinny people. We care about the health of fat people, because you can see skinny people eating what they want, doing what they want, and we don't cast those judgments on them because they're skinny. The goal isn't to be healthy. The goal is always thinness. And if we recognize that, we will recognize that we're all just full of shit, because it's never about health. It's always about the perception of thinness, of being thin. People aren't working out every day and eating carrots because they want to be healthy. That's a verbiage we use, but we know people just want to be small. A lot of people, if they could not work out and eat what they want and be skinny, they wouldn't be killing themselves in the gym to look a certain way, right? At the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck what she has to say, but I will say that people capitalize off of the plus size community and the body positive community until they couldn't, and then they allow fat phobia to do what it does, which is to demean and undervalue fat people. I'll end this by saying two things. One, people capitalize off of something until they can't, right? People capitalize on body positivity and the fat liberation movement until the resources dry up, the brands no longer want to pay, until y'all watching no longer buy the clothes because eggs are $8, right? So when we no longer make money off these movements or these communities, then we jump ship to something else, whatever is trending right now, whether it be perfume, weight loss, flat tummy tea, whatever the new thing is, right? And then two, shit, what was the second one? Girl, my mind went blank. And two, just because someone is popular within a community doesn't mean that they're actually an advocate or an activist. Being fat doesn't make me a fat activist. Being fat doesn't make me a fat liberation warrior. I just happen to be fat, right? Because just because someone rises to prominence within a community doesn't mean that they're actually for the culture. They're just for the money, and that we see that every time. And I wouldn't even say, personally, even though I have created plus size content and fat positive content, I don't think I'm an activist for the plus size community. I just happen to like clothes and be fat, right? I don't see myself in that way as an activist, and I would never perpetrate like I'm an activist, right? But some of these people, they come out and say that they were activists and now, you know, they've changed their mind when they were never activists, right? They were never for the people. They were for the dying. A lot of people act like they're for the culture or for some community, and they're not. They're just there to gain whatever they want from the community, and then whenever they've gotten all that they can get, then they jump ship. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's it, y'all. This is the end of my video. I've said enough for today. If you want to see more unpopular opinions, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Definitely leave your unpopular opinions down below. Would love to hear your unpopular opinions. If you have any questions or comments about anything that I said today, whether you agree or disagree with me, that's okay. Drop it down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Bye, y'all.